For a lot of people, money is a highly sensitive subject. This problem may be that contentious that many would ignore the subject of money management entirely and focus their attention only on how to make and spend it. There are two types of people: those who increase their wealth and those who lose it. And in this video, we will share with you 5 money mistakes you must avoid at all costs. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button below for more life-changing content. The reality is that managing money is much more difficult than making it. It's normal to see individuals who acquire fortune through lottery winnings, other windfalls, or inheritance and lose it quickly. The well-known boxer Mike Tyson is a prime example of someone who makes an absurd amount of money yet loses it all. Despite having made over $300 million throughout his career, he declared bankruptcy in 2003 and was said to be in financial trouble with debts totaling more than $20 million. It goes without saying that people make mistakes with their money, and no matter how much money you earn, these blunders can ruin your finances. Let's now discuss the 5 mistakes that you must avoid. Number 1. Spending on drugs or cigarettes. Although doing drugs or smoking cigarettes occasionally while in college may have been entertaining and seemed innocuous at that time, the truth is that continued usage can have a detrimental impact on your health and finances. You can see that many drug and cigarette users are hindering their ability to achieve financial independence if you analyze how much money they spend per week or per year. For instance, a pack of cigarettes costs $9.80, and many smokers consume a pack every day, which comes to $63.56 per week, or $3,355.12 annually. With that amount of money, you could pay your home's property taxes or take a 2-week vacation. Unfortunately, peer pressure and curiosity lead to a lot of drug and cigarette users developing this habit. Try to avoid spending on these things as much as you can because the long-term effects of this behavior take a heavy toll on your health and wealth. Number 2. Spending more than you make. It can be tempting to spend your money recklessly as a young adult, especially when you are earning a regular wage for the first time in your life, fresh out of college. Getting that new car, moving into a new home, and traveling in first class are all desirable things to accomplish. But if your salary is insufficient to pay for these expenses, you will likely find yourself living paycheck to paycheck. This problem can be compared to lifestyle inflation, in which an increase in income leads to an increase in living expenses. An increase in income shouldn't signal an increase in the cost of living, but the majority of people believe that they should treat themselves after receiving their paychecks. Instead, you should use this money to invest and buy assets to help you preserve your wealth. Impressing others is likely the main motivation for many to spend more than they can afford. They spend because they have low self-esteem and feel inferior to other people without these financial possessions. But according to Dave Ramsey, this is faulty reasoning because we spend more on items we don't need to impress people we don't like. The ability to prosper financially comes once you learn to put off gratification and stop worrying about impressing others. Another reason why people overspend is that they strive to appear wealthy on social media even though they aren't. For instance, a web entrepreneur who was told he would never establish a huge business would purchase a pricey car when he makes his first significant sale in an effort to disprove his detractors once more. There will always be people to compete with or to show off to. Thus, using this as a means of impressing others is a never-ending stairway. For example, you have no business spending $2,000 on a gadget when your monthly wage is only $3,000. Properly set up a budget and keep track of your spending to prevent going over your allotted limit. Number 3. Not investing wisely. Many people invest their money in things based on recommendations from friends or a strong belief that the prices of well-known stocks will continue to rise despite the fact that investing may be very difficult. These days, real estate seems to be a popular asset type. Many individuals believe that once they possess an investment property, they will be financially secure. They believe that once rent payments begin to come each month, their income will quickly rise. This is unfortunately not always the case. Occasionally, tenants will fail to make payments, appliances will break, or your property's value will decrease. There is the risk connected with investments, just like with any other kind. Being properly informed about a market or product before investing their hard-earned money in this enterprise is the key for the intelligent investor to having their assets produce a consistent stream of revenue. In other words, do your research and don't just get into something because your buddies are doing it or a salesperson told you about the fantastic advantages it has to offer. Number 4. Following get-rich-quick schemes. One of the most proven ways to lose money is to participate in get-rich-quick schemes. According to the saying, fast money, quick troubles, participating in a money scheme will almost certainly result in issues. Get-rich-quick schemes such as Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, and make-money overnight offerings are all designed to benefit the scheme's creator at your expense. When considering new business initiatives, be cautious of options that seem to offer low risk but huge potential returns. Consider this. If it took 20 years in a career to earn $200,000 and a new business claimed that you could earn that much in 1 year, wouldn't everyone be doing it? Simply said, use your best judgment before signing anything if you want to make money quickly. Number 5. Not having an emergency fund. Let's face it, life doesn't always go as planned, and occasionally you need money to get yourself out of a jam. For instance, your washer could break down, your car could suddenly stop working, or you could lose your job. Since almost everything in life is expensive, it is important to have an emergency fund set aside. Unfortunately, according to a Federal Reserve survey from 2019, only around 40% of American adults could afford to cover a $400 emergency with cash on hand or a credit card bill they could quickly pay off. To raise the $400, about 27% of those polled would have to borrow money or sell something, and another 12% wouldn't be able to do it at all. Fortunately, you can avoid being one of these folks. This money can be easily saved. How do you know when you've saved enough? Most financial gurus advise that you accumulate 6 months' worth of living expenses. But if you want to be extra cautious, then 1 year's worth is great gold. All you have to do is set up a 10% automatic deduction from your pay with your employer, which will send a portion of your paycheck into an emergency savings account. Did you learn something new today? Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more about how to be good with your money. See you on the next video.